Hey, welcome along to lesson 44. Gosh, we're flying it. So I invite you, wherever you are, wherever you be, to gently close your eyes down and to give yourself a moment to settle in your seat or settle in your bed. And just allow your body to relax. Get a sense of surrendering or letting go, nesting, settling. Letting your jaw slacken and relax. Let your tongue come to rest behind your upper teeth. And just begin to gently breathe in and out through your nose. We want to begin our day soft and relaxed, with ease and with grace. If you find it difficult to breathe through your nose, then it's okay to gently open your mouth. But if you can, just keep the mouth closed, tongue to the roof of the mouth, and breathing in and breathing out. And staying exactly as you are, we will offer prayer. We begin this day in gratitude. We open our hearts and we surrender to love. We ask love to lead the way through the minutes and the hours of this new day. We welcome joy, fun, and abundant prosperity. We recognize that all encounters are wholesome and that all experiences can be met with a peaceful heart that is anchored in the truth that we are one, we are love, and that we are free. And we release these words, and so let it be. Okay, so here goes lesson 44. God is the light in which I see. The divine is the light in which I see. Love is the light in which I see. Today, we are continuing the idea for yesterday, adding another dimension to it. You cannot see in darkness, and you cannot make light. You can make darkness and then think you see in it, but light reflects life and is therefore an aspect of creation. Creation and darkness cannot coexist, but light and life must go together, being different aspects of creation. In order to see, in inverted commas, so this is to truly see, you must recognize that light is within and not without. So the light is within you. You are the light. You do not see outside yourself, nor is the source of light for seeing outside you. An essential part of this source is the light that makes seeing, again in inverted commas, true seeing, possible. It is always with you, making vision possible in every circumstance. So there are no circumstances in which true seeing or true vision is not available to us. Today, we are going to attempt to reach that light. For this purpose, we will use a form of exercise which has been suggested before and which we will utilize increasingly. It is a particularly difficult form for the undisciplined mind and represents a major goal of mind training. It requires precisely what the untrained mind lacks, Yet this training must be accomplished if you are to see. So remember, in these earlier lessons, we are undoing the old. We're undoing an old way of thinking, an old way of seeing. And we're in a major mind training now. We're going to have at least 3 practice periods today, each lasting 3 to 5 minutes. A longer time is highly recommended, but only if you find the time slipping by with little or no sense of strain. The form of practice we will use today is the most natural and easy one in the world for the trained mind, just as it seems to be one of the most unnatural and difficult for the untrained mind. And again, just that reminder not to judge whatever way your mind is when you go into this practice, because it is what it is and it is fine. You know, you're learning and you're unlearning. Your mind is no longer wholly untrained. You are quite ready to learn the form of exercise we will use today, but you may find that you will encounter strong resistance. Remember, we're always comfortable with the familiar, so there's often a resistance to something new or something unknown. The reason is very simple. While you practice in this way, you leave behind everything that you now believe. So you're leaving behind all the familiar and all the thoughts that you have made up. Properly speaking, this is the release from hell, yet perceived through the ego's eyes, it is loss of identity and a descent into hell. Okay, because we're losing that sense of identity that we have spent years building up. You know, we have come to believe that we are, you know, a certain set of beliefs, you know, a construct. And that has come through our families, through our teachers, through society. And, you know, it can feel pretty real and pretty strong. And now it's being undone. You know, it's like everything starts to fall apart. So if you can stand aside from the ego by ever so little, you will have no difficulty in recognizing that its opposition and its fears are meaningless. You might find it helpful to remind yourself from time to time that to reach light is to escape from darkness. Whatever you may believe to the contrary, God is the light in which you see, or love is the light in which you see, and you are attempting to reach love, true love, and to reach God within you. Begin the practice period by repeating today's idea with your eyes open, then close them slowly, repeating the idea several times more. Then try to sink into your mind, letting go of every kind of interference and intrusion by quietly sinking past them. Your mind cannot be stopped in this unless you choose to stop it. It is merely taking its natural course. Try to observe your passing thoughts without involvement and slip quietly by them. I love that because, you know, we have 80,000 thoughts a day. So, you know, they don't stop, they continue, but really we're just asked to let them come, let them go. We're just not going to engage with them, you know. And if you notice that you've engaged with them, that's okay. You just pause and you begin again. While no particular approach is advocated for this form of exercise, what is needful is a sense of the importance of what you're doing, its inestimable value to you, and an awareness that you're attempting something very holy. You know, something really beautiful is being attempted here. Salvation is your happiest accomplishment. We all want to be free and we all want to have peace. It is also the only one that has any meaning, because it's the only one that has any real use to you at all. Important statement. If resistance rises in any form, pause long enough to repeat today's idea. keeping your eyes closed unless you're aware of fear. Okay, so if you feel nervous or anything, in that case, you'll probably find it more reassuring to open your eyes briefly. Try, however, to return to the exercises with eyes closed as soon as possible. I often say to people as well, if you're uncomfortable, because some people are, if you're uncomfortable with your eyes closed, soften your gaze, just soften and perhaps gaze down at your lap. If you are doing the exercises correctly, you should experience some sense of relaxation and even a feeling that you are approaching, if not actually entering into the light. Try to think of light formless and without limit. And as you pass by the thoughts of this world, and do not forget that they cannot hold you to the world unless you give them power to do so. Throughout the day, repeat the idea often with eyes open or closed as seems better to you at the time. But do not forget, above all, be determined not to forget today. Okay, so this is a really, really beautiful practice. I'm just checking here. I think we begin with our eyes open and then we close them slowly. So with our eyes open, we're going to say, God is the love in which I see, or if you prefer, love is the light in which I see, the divine is the light in which I see, source is the light in which I see. We've all sorts of choices around languages or language, and it's whatever you're comfortable with. So repeating, God is the light in which I see. Now gently close your eyes down. And we're attempting to sink deeply, deeply into this. If you wish, you can repeat the phrase like a little mantra. And if you notice your mind wandering or engaging in thoughts, gently and kindly come back to the practice. When you're ready, just gently opening your eyes and coming back to the screen. So I don't know about you, but my mind wandered a few times and got engaged in other thoughts. But then I noticed, and that's the important bit, it's that you're noticing, you're not lost in the thought, and that you're in this beautiful practice. And every day is a new day, and we just stay with the lesson for today. So, God is the light in which I see. And you have 2 more defined practice periods, one in the middle of the day and one this evening. However, we thread the lesson throughout our day. So, from my heart to yours, have a wonderful day and enjoy practicing this lesson.